There goes nothing. Hey everybody, I am the Chief. That's Insidious. Never in a million years would I expect to do a podcast like the one we're about to do. I was extremely sick last week. That's why it's tonight. Insidious is somewhat sick. We're both in severe pain. Physically, but we're still going to go through with it. I know we're about 2 hours late, but we have good reasons for it. Instead of posting it another week or two, we're getting it done tonight. As you saw, I just took my glasses off. I still can't believe that he's gone. For those of you that have watched Insidious streaming or Chief streaming on Twitch in the past 2 years, 2.5, Spiral, James, Mawson game, whether it was DMZ, multiplayer, whatever the case may be. He gamed with us a lot, and he was part of both of our communities.
And you know what? I don't know if you realize this, but this time last year, I changed your brakes.
Yeah.
I remember the comment that he made on your Facebook post on all the cringing in the world. When he saw that brand new rotor laying in the dirt. And today just kind of brought back that comment.
Yeah. I was thinking about it when you were down there on the last tire.
I did too. All the cringe. I remember that comment. All the cringe. Gave me a freaking panic attack just watching. Oh man.
Lost his battle to cancer. The pictures that you saw in that video were sent to me by his sister, Ashley. She told me that her and her mom and their mom have given us the blessing to go forward with this podcast. Remember him. He has given me, since we've met him on COD, so much shit playing DMZ that it's not funny.
Oh, I know.
It's the his
friendly.
Video. Yeah, that ain't no friendly shoot now. Ask questions later.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Chief, one of these days you might actually listen to me. Forget the friendly, just shoot him." Oh man, it was never a dull moment playing with Spiral. I mean,
Oh,
we can't
he
forget
made
his
me
trash
laugh so
talking at
many
the
times.
kids. The trash talking at the kids was epic, and you never heard it very much unless he was actually having a bad day, which was hardly ever.
Hey, Ashley,
Hi, Ashley.
you're more than welcome, hon.
Yeah, more than welcome. From when we gamed with him, he was always full of life, full of energy, and
Never a dull
whether
moment.
you no, and he was
Never.
kind of one of those guys that you had to love the guy. You just had to. And you know what? I also thought about the other day. I never got him. I never got that box of bacon to him.
Yeah, him always saying, "Give me that box of bacon. I want a box of bacon. Send me the case of bacon. I'll even pay for it."
And I never got a chance. Never got that chance.
I'm gonna read what Scribble says real quick for the ones that aren't watching on Chief Streaming, since I have my computer open, or not Chief Streaming, Highway 34. Spiral was such an amazing guy. I met him playing with Chief and was unwillingly dragged over to Resurgence. And I remember making this statement that I was so damn nervous because I've never played Warzone before. But it was like we were friends forever. I never felt left out when playing with him. He was a patient and taught me everything about Warzone and DMZ. There was never a dull moment when he was in our group, that's for sure.
And didn't you, Scribble, and Spiral go through the raid together?
The Raid series
Yeah.
in Modern Warfare 2, yes. Yes, we definitely did. That was never dull.
You know what? I never heard about that, so you have to tell me some of that.
What, the raids?
Yes.
So Modern Warfare 2, there's a section where you can go in and complete side missions outside of DMZ and whatnot. But the thing is, there is no saving it and going back to do it later. You had to complete everything in one run, or just keep going in order to go back. Scribble says, I will never forget the hype when I won my first Warzone and he was in the party with me and Chief. He was hooting and hollering as much as I was. He was so excited. He was able to get the win and be a part of my first win. Yes, me and Chief and Spiral got episode 2, but never finished it.
You know,
we need to finish it in his memory for sure. The raids.
You're gonna make me go back through hell, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know, if we do this, we're going in on medium this time, right?
I think it's either easy or it's veteran. I can't remember whatever it's called.
All right, then we're gonna give it a go. We're going in on veteran.
His sister, LOL, he loved playing with y'all. I have a pic of one evening in February. One of us there, he gamed with y'all. The look on his face, pure joy. Yes, me and Cities were just talking about that before he went live, of how there was one day he said you were there watching.
Yeah. He loved his sniper rifles. That was his favorite thing to do.
Try not to break down at this moment, but yes.
That's why my camera's off, my friend.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could tell. I've been playing zombies on Modern Warfare 3, and I saved the sniper rifles last to level up, and that's what I've been using all week. Be like,
and actually,
every time I miss a shot, I can hear James going, "You missed that by a mile, Chief."
You know what? I'll never forget when he got that longest shot ever on Warzone, and it was a
It was
headshot.
like, well, yeah, I remember that.
It was over 100 yards out at least.
I think it was like 400 meters.
Yeah,
If I remember
it
right.
was out there. He could just barely see him. He goes, I broke his armor. And he goes, oh, he's armoring again. And he's like, oh, he has to be about out. And he took that last shot and he goes, I can't believe I freaking nailed it. I got it. And I think it did give him a badge or something for longest shot of the game. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely amazing. Yes, Scribble, he always loved giving me shit.
And Ash, me and him both have that in common. There were times me and him we go back and forth talk about the prices there and the prices here, and yeah, we were both gun guys. We'd be talking about it in game, and everybody'd be like, "What gun's that under?" I go, "It ain't in game; it's real." Especially when we start talking about the 30-06 with the laser freaking scope.
Oh, I remember.
That one shit talker, I will never forget it. That kid, said something about that was a lucky shot, and he goes, "Yeah, and you're probably still living in your mom's basement eating Cheetos right now."
Yeah. I remember one
random.
time, I don't know if it was you or if it was Scribble Insidious that was in with me. I nailed a sniper shot, and he just started laughing, and the next thing I know, I hear, about damn time you hit a headshot. I'm like, you son of a...
That's Spiral for you.
He gave me so much shit when I missed a sniper shot.
I remember when I gave him Modern Warfare 2, it was hilarious because he's like, I'm waiting on this slow ass internet.
Yeah, him always complaining about how his internet's slow up there in Canada.
Yeah, and then he got into multiplayer with all of us, and there's like 14 of us. He goes, "Holy hell, this is chaos!"
Yeah, that would have been me.
Shotguns only.
Oh yeah,
Pixie was there. Yeah.
Middle of nowhere,
Middle
Canada.
of nowhere. That comes into something here in a little bit. I am gonna miss that on the Call of Duty screen, seeing his name light up in green. That's the one thing I'm gonna miss is like, damn, no one's on, and the one person I could depend on was Spiral. He was always on. If he wasn't at work, he was on. Unless it was wintertime, then no, we were not getting a Spiral.
Too busy hunting.
Hunting, or he had, remember, right, that one year he had 6 jobs he had to go do.
Mm-hmm. One of my other favorites, he definitely hated when anyone gave the girl gamers in the group shit. That was a huge no-no for him. Before any one of us girls could even overmouth, he would be jumping. Yes, definitely.
Yep, Ash, that's one thing. And hunting, yeah, he liked to do that. He told me all about it. And he goes, dude, I just shot this big buck. I remember that. He such a down to earth person, especially if you've ever had him in our streams or ever watched us, then you know who we're talking about. And it was just a bundle of joy all the time. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he used to tell me about all the hunting he did up there, and I showed him some pics of the Iowa deer, and he goes, "Oh, I'd like to shoot some of those." He goes, "Some of those are pretty big." I'm like, "Yeah, some of them are." I love it. For some reason, I don't think you agree with that statement. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. On the game, he was a bundle of joy. I'm not going to say maybe in person. I agree. As
Yeah.
Scribble said, and I did have a beer today for him. And no, it wasn't. Yeah, pretty much. I know. Only beer I had in the fridge. It was Coors. But it worked.
Right. If my sugar wasn't high, I would definitely be drinking one for him tonight. Yeah, when he found out that I was a type 2 diabetic, even though he was in the hospital, I remember him blowing up my phone. You okay? You okay? Is there anything that I could do for you? And I'm like, no. Focus on getting yourself better.
Last conversation I had, it choked me up a bit because it was when I initially found out that things were not going well. And the first two people I told were Chief and Scribble. And that was the same here. And that's why I have a song perfect for that, which I will do here in a little bit. But the last conversation I had, he was back in the hospital. I'm like, well, for how long? And he goes, probably the rest of my life. I was like, what do you mean? I'm like, is it a wait and see game? And he goes, no, more like waiting. I'm like, waiting for what? Like, reality didn't set in to exactly what he was saying until I actually put I'm like, oh, like this is it. I'm like, he goes, and he told me it was terminal.
My heart dropped when I got that message.
My heart went to my throat, and I was at work, and I started choking up, and I immediately contacted, I think Scribble might have been the first, and then Chief, and yeah, it hit me, and I actually called my wife and told her, and yeah, it hit hard, very deep.
I was in the middle of streaming Call of Duty when I got the message from him. And I shut my camera off and told everybody, give me a minute.
It just was never a dull moment when he was in the chat or when we were streaming. He would make even the people that watching it laugh.
Speaking of that buck that Ashley was talking about.
Yeah, that's the one he showed me, and I loved his rifle too. I mentioned making that statement. I'm like, oh, so that's what you use in Call of Duty to get those headshots.
Yeah.
He started laughing. He goes, if they had this in Call of Duty, I wouldn't lose. Sitting here wiping tears out of my eyes. It sucks. Hospital, something else, but didn't have great Wi-Fi. Well, he said I had good Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, I knew something was up because after he said he had his Xbox there, he got on, I think maybe 2 or 3 times, and I gamed with him for a little bit. And then he just stopped getting on, so I was worried. And then you sent me that post when I was at work that Ashley had up about him, and everybody at work thought my blood sugar had dropped and that I was about to pass out.
He told us that he initially told me, I don't remember the exact day, that he said he went to the hospital for a lower back pain, and then he goes, next thing I know, they're wanting to remove this and remove that, and he goes, yeah, and he goes, I don't know what to think about it. And I'm like, so did they get it all? Now, I thought they did, but apparently I assumed wrong. And that's what I asked him the last time I talked to him. And I knew he was down, so I kept I sent him pictures of bacon, and I seen that he seen it. He didn't respond. I was just trying everything I could to help kind of cheer him up. Yeah, that's about what he told me.
Yeah.
And
I think it was right before my wedding anniversary because that's the 28th of August. So I'm thinking he told me that week, if I remember right. And then I knew about the surgery that he had because he told me about it.
And then when I seen that Facebook post, the last post he initially put up, and I noticed some of the stuff was misspelled, and I'm like,
yeah, if I didn't tell you I love
this don't look good.
Oh, damn.
That was, yeah, he didn't tell us much about that. I figured that, though, with the feeding tube I saw through his nose. I'm like, oh, that's not good. I mean, I'm glad that, oh, wow. Damn. So it was just that quick. Just. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he never once told me that he reacted horrible to it. He just told me it wasn't working. Which I wouldn't wish that on anybody on what he went through.
Too late. We were already worrying. Actually, me and Chief were trying to figure out ways to get there.
Yeah, but you'd have an easier way of getting there than I would.
Dude, that passport loan is like $240, bro.
Yeah, at least you can get a passport.
Yeah, it was. When he told me that he was there for pretty much good, I was like, I want to get there.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to go this fast.
I don't think anybody did. Sorry to meet my mic there. This coughing is going to drop me down today.
Oh, that's nice. I just checked my blood sugar and it's over 200.
Drink a beer. There's no sugar in it.
I remember the first time I took it and it was over 250. He started yelling at me. You need to get that down. You need to stop drinking so much stuff with sugar. And my reply, everything has sugar, Spiral.
We all try. We all try and take care of ourselves. But before we go, there's one thing left I want to do. And for anybody out there that knows what a holler boy is, then this song relates. And it's for people that look out for one another and do things for people, as Ashley said before. So knowing my voice is not that great tonight, and knowing how I feel that I do this. So bear with me, but I'm going to give this my best shot. The only poison I have is ivy. The only man I fear is God. No snakes can make me run now, 'cause I've been bit by 'em all. No buck can stare me down. No neighbor can shut me up. I'm off the grid and I'm off my rocker. I'm off in the holler sun. We them holler boys. Holler if you're needing something done. Holler if you need a chip on a shoulder and a hand with a loaded gun. We'll be out that screen door, no shirt on, leaving 2 black marks down a 1-lane road. Yeah, we them holler boys. The only fight I've ever been in was taken up for somebody else. The only time I got my jaw jacked is never, but damn sure not quite yet. And the times I miss the most are the times nobody knows. When it was me and my cousin and a couple of my buddies racing down on Sand Creek's road. We them holler boys. Holler if you're needing something done. Holler if you need a chip on a shoulder and with a loaded gun. We'll be out that screen door, no shirt on, leaving 2 black marks down a 1-lane road. Yeah, we them holler boys. Holler boy, native to the holler soil, washed in the spring of a farmer's joy. We them holler boys. Holler if you're needing something done. Holler if you need a chip on a shoulder or a hand with a loaded gun. We love you, buddy.
And then is a picture of James and his sister Ashley that's in chat. Just sucks. Another one.
Yeah, dude. That.
Too soon.
Choked up there at the end. Will do for sure, Ash. Ooh. Yeah. I actually turned my cam on. Yeah, my voice was definitely a little cracky, but it's all right.
That's my favorite picture of him, I think, that she sent.
Yeah, you can tell it was the happiest day of his life, that's for sure. You know, you are definitely his sister. You know, I remember we told him he should cam with us, and he goes, nobody wants to see my ugly ass.
I remember that.
And then I see her saying, I don't want to turn my cam on. Hello, ugly cry is not a good look. I agree. And for people to say men don't cry, they're full of shit.
Right? I'm fighting the urge right now.
Ugh. I teared up in the middle of that. I think I have. Like I said, I did, that's why I'm still a little dirty. I did, Chiefs breaks earlier, and the whole time, I just kept looking at everything on the ground, and I'm like, he's cringing right now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Look at all the things going wrong. Oh, man.
Guess I better hide my Starbucks cup. Since my wife works at Scooters, I shouldn't be drinking that, huh?
Even though I got one.
I know.
I'm sure.
Right?
Of course, that's what my bosses try to do at work, too, but they seem to fail.
I'm waiting to get yelled at. I haven't got yelled at yet.
Give it time, you will.
Oh, no. I'm surprised Scribble hasn't yelled yet.
They're screwed. They're all left and never right.
Pretty much.
Funny.
But yeah, Insidious, when you told me what happened with James, I was at work. The wife and my stepdaughter were both sitting in a booth. And I fell back, and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Just give me a minute." And I told them, and they're like, my wife's like, "Holy crap." And James, before you come haunting me, this was green tea, so it had no sugar in it. And
That's
before
why
I get
your
yelled at by
sugar's up.
Starbucks. No. Green tea is good for diabetics.
So is Crystal Light.
Not really.
Mm-hmm. My mom used to drink it every day. Crystal Light, Diet Coke, strawberries
Pop
dipped in sugar.
Diet Pop in general is not good for diabetics. That came straight from my doctor. She told me if I wanted to drink pop, it had to be 0 sugar.
Nope, me and Chief both live in Iowa.
Yep, we both live here.
I love Diet Coke.
Yeah, it's green tea. This is my second one in 2 days. Yesterday, my green tea
Diet
dropped
Coke, Diet Mountain Dew.
112 down to 70.
Oh, I can bet. I mean,
Just curious, James was trying to leave the hospital at one point. He was hallucinating. Then yeah, that he must have been bad, very bad, worse than what we could imagine. Why in the heck would he want to get to Texas?
maybe he wanted to see the Dallas Cowboys.
I doubt it.
Hey, it's a thought. Or maybe it was the cheerleaders for Dallas Cowboys.
I was gonna say, unless he's gonna go see the cheerleaders. No, he probably wanted to hunt something down in Texas. I don't know. Who knows? Not that I know of.
No, not me either.
Well, Barbell
I think the last time
was living in Texas. That's the only one I know, and Ziploc. Those are the only 2 I know that are in Texas.
didn't he game with them a couple times too?
Yeah, well, Barbell's in Mississippi now, but yeah. We got a lot of quad resurgence wins with the 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know why he would want to go to Texas.
I remember my cousin Adam when he had brain cancer. I know it's probably not funny, but Amanda, she still cracks over this. My cousin, he told her that they were watching TV, and he told her that you like that guy on the TV, don't you? You think he's better looking than me, don't you? You're going to leave me for him, aren't you? She goes, I know it's not right to laugh, but she goes, how do you not help it? Still a funny story, though.
It was never a dull moment in DMZ.
It's never a dull moment anywhere. I mean, he was just the life of the party, always.
Definitely.
Maybe it's just somewhere he always wanted to go.
If you could see the bunnies.
I mean,
So when he was talking to you, he could already see the white light and everything, probably.
Yep, he was. Yeah.
I definitely want to get this felon off my record so we can take a road trip. A road trip to the middle of nowhere, Canada.
Yeah. Can I ask them, how do you end something like this? I don't think you can.
In case you guys can't hear this, my stepdaughter's wanting to go to bed and she's sleeping on the couch, so I'm going to wrap this up.
Oh, definitely. I've always wanted to see Ontario.
Oh, I saw it from the US side, but not in Ontario, though.
Right.
You're definitely welcome. We might do
definitely welcome.
Another one later down the line when we're both feeling better, in case there's something we may have forgotten. Which I don't think we have.
The name of that, and Ash, the name of that song that I played was by Upchurch, and the song was called Holler Boys. He's an actual Tennessee independent artist. And the song was just fitting because he's like me, Chief. I'll do anything to help anybody else out.
Yeah,
and
bought Modern Warfare 2 for him.
Yeah, because he was always talking about wanting the game with us, and he was getting tired of just doing DMZ all the time. He goes, I want to go over to multiplayer with you guys. So it was...
And it was cheaper for you to buy it for him than him to
buy it there. Yep. So when I sent the code, I told Chief, I'm like, make sure you tell him no givebacks.
And I did, and he called you a cocksucker.
I know he did.
That
cocksucker. Sent me the biggest thank you. And then sent me the biggest thank you ever. Well, it made mine too, seeing somebody else smile, and that's why we do the things we do. It's part of us being human. And yeah, it's always nice to do something, make somebody smile, make somebody's day. And the game was cheaper here than what it was there. When he told me it was going to be like $100 there, I'm like, I can get it here for 60. He's like, what?
Oh yeah.
So I skipped the bill that day. So I skipped the bill that day and bought it for him. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to end this here. Thank you guys for watching. And you're welcome, Ash.
Definitely, of course.
Good night, Ash.
I might actually hop on to Modern Warfare 2 this week and play around a DMZ and stream it.
And make sure you run a sniper rifle and try to get over 100 yards out.
And if my teammates try adding people, I'm be like, no, they're not friendly. Shoot now. Ask questions later.
Yep, pretty much. But all right, guys, thank you for joining in and being with us. It was grateful.
Rest in peace, James.
Rest easy, brother. And glad you're not in pain no more. And now I'm tearing up again.
All right. You all have a good night.
Later, guys.